I'm Atul Rana, an online tutor based in London right now.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I'm a chemistry tutor based in Burnley, Lancashire right now.
In this video, the two of us will present how to look presentable and sound presentable as an online tutor. The way we look and sound is no accident. It's we've worked on this for a few months, years even. So there's a few things that can make you look and sound good online. The first one is lighting, actually. So today we happen to both be in daylight because we're streaming in the daylight. And what you want to do is really to get a nice frame. So we've got this frame, both of us, where we're in the middle. It's like a newsreader's frame, as I like what they use. So we're trying to get that kind of frame. And for lighting, I'm sitting right next to a window, and the light coming out my face and illuminating me. Similar sort of thing for Paul. Yeah, Paul, what else do you use? I mean, I believe you use like a little table lamp as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so during the day it's fine. I'm sat opposite a window, and at night time, because often you're tutoring just after school, and it's helpful to put a lamp on, or even if it's extremely dark, I've just got a little sort of LED light that can brighten up at least me in there, so students can see me. Okay.
Huge difference. I mean, as soon as you put that, you can just note the difference straight away. Okay, so that's the other thing we need to be aware of is the way the camera looks at us. So right now I've got the camera looking down at me. So what happens with most tutors is we use laptops to tutor. I happen to use a desktop with a monitor, but laptops are fine as well. And with laptops, I'm going to emulate this as my laptop. It's quite literally a notebook, as it says there. And what happens is you have a laptop, as the name suggests, sort of supposed to be on a lower down. So imagine the camera of the laptop there. But the camera is actually looking. Imagine your audience is actually the camera. The camera is looking at you up. So it's looking at you from down up at you, whereas what the thing it first sees is your chin. So it gets a really distorted view of your face, and due to also the camera lens, the way they're designed, you actually end up seeing your chin view. So I'm going to show you with I've got another camera that I can show what that looks like. So this is a fairly typical view that a laptop will show you. Now, nobody wants to see my chin, and I've just like scarred the whole internet by showing them my chin. Yeah, I've got a double chin stuff, and I'll use a beard to kind of so, hide that. But no one really wants to see that double chin. I don't want to see my double chin. So the way around that is to actually just make sure the camera, if you've got a laptop, just make sure that the camera is pointing down at you at about the same height as you are. So it wants to be kind of like that, or maybe just very slightly above you. So the camera wants to be just looking down at you. And another thing you want to do is just avoid, both Paul and me have avoided having visual clutter. Your background is just as important as you actually, as your presenter. So sometimes it's quite nice to have like a library or something. Like I've tutored today, and I've seen a cat and a bunny actually in the background, which is quite nice. That's fine from a student end, but really as a tutor, you want as little visual clutter as possible. We all have living spaces. Our rooms are cluttered. Like I can show you. I'm happy to show you that I've got just a bunch of stuff there, but very easy to hide. I've got my chair there. I've got one of the white walls there. All right, brilliant. So now onto hardware. So these are fixes you can make without buying new hardware, but after a certain point, you can actually start improving on the hardware you have, and that can enhance the way you sound and look like. So you can probably already noticed I've got a professional mic, a Rode NT USB mic, but Paul, maybe you can elaborate on our journey in which we've never actually met ever in person, and I feel like I've got to know Paul, the real Paul, more and more as he's moved into like making more and more improvements, and I can hear and see the real Paul more clearly. So yeah, maybe you can talk about your journey as well, like the improvement in the mic and the webcam, maybe starting with the sound.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, when I got the laptop, I was really happy with it because it had an inbuilt webcam, inbuilt microphone. I thought that's great for online tuition. But eventually you realize it's not quite good enough. I mean, you go with what you've got to start with, but then anything external to the laptop setup is actually better. So I went from the laptop microphone to your mobile phone headset microphone. Still not a brilliant sound, but at least it's external to the laptop. And then went to sort of a £5-10 external microphone that one of my children had. And I think at the time, he wasn't using it, so I borrowed it. And I think even Atul at the time said, "Oh, you've got a new microphone." He could tell, even though I hadn't informed him that I got a new microphone. And then my latest purchase is here. Just a Blue Yeti microphone I got on the last Amazon Prime Day. I always try and get these things on Prime Day, because especially a lot of these things aren't cheap. But once you're into tuition and you're earning money from it, it's worthwhile investing in these new things. So I'll show you now the difference between my laptop microphone and the Blue Yeti microphone. So I should be able to just switch here to my laptop microphone. So now I'm talking to you through the laptop microphone. I'll just say a few words. Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a chemistry tutor based in Burnley, Lancashire. And then I'll switch back to my Blue Yeti microphone. And there we go. This is through the Blue Yeti. So hello, I'm Paul. I'm a chemistry tutor based in Burnley, Lancashire right now.
That's a world of difference. It really is. I mean, it sounded... That's how I got to know you in the early days. It sounded like a really garbled sound. Because the thing with internal laptop mics are, unless they're really good laptops, is that just purely the mechanical design means they are inside the laptop. So they pick up any surface sound, any keyboard tapping, any movement, anything like on the table you make sounds. And the distance from you is far. Like this mic is right close to my mouth. It's far, so it picks up a lot of the room sounds, like reverb and anything, any distractions. To get this extremely, it's good enough most of the time, but you get this very lo-fi, like a garbled, distant sound. So perhaps the biggest improvement you can make, the instant one, is buy one of these things, which Paul initially did mention. It's just a very simple external USB mic. It could cost anything, £10 maybe even. So and then the next step up is getting one of these things. That makes also a huge difference. But like one of the immediate things you can do is just get an external USB mic. So that's the mic, brilliant. And you can talk about the camera improvements as well.
Yeah, just a quick mention on the Blue Yeti. One good thing about it as well, it's got what's called a cardioid setting. So that just means that it just catches what's in front of it. So at the moment, our children are off school at the moment. So my boys are in the house, and in the room next door, I can hear my boy on his television. Now, can you hear that television at the moment?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So that's because it's just capturing what's in front of the microphone and not what's behind it. So that's something I like about the Blue Yeti as well. So in terms of the webcam, I'll show you the difference between the laptop webcam and the Logitech C920 HD webcam that I purchased the Prime Day before. So I think, yeah, now I am on my inbuilt laptop webcam, and I seem to be looking pretty drained and in black and white.
That's a huge difference. And that's despite you having your ring lighting, external lighting.
Yes, and the ring light is on at the moment, yeah.
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 So even if you get a good frame, you get a good external lighting, which actually is quite a lot of the work. This incremental improvement by getting an external webcam, it's huge. Like if you just switch over to the other one, we can tell it
Can I
immediately.
quickly change back, please? There we go.
Yeah. So that's again just an external USB webcam, right?
Yeah, external USB Logitech C920, which is recommended by a lot of tutors.
Yeah, Logitech's great. I've got the Logitech C930 E, which does its own board processing on there, so you can zoom in, you can do loads of stuff on it. Yeah, and works very well. Fantastic. So these are just a very few, very easy, simple tips that make you just look and sound good online, because you want your student to have a very, very seamless and effortless. You don't want them to be struggling to hear you because you sound garbled. You don't want visual distractions. You want to look presentable to your student. And so if you follow these tips, you can do that too. We've had to learn this through years and try by looking up stuff, but this information is out there for you for free. So yeah, thank you very much, Paul, for that, and look forward to our next bunch of videos on online tutoring.
Okay, thanks, Atul.
All right, bye for now.